from the Archdiocese of Lusaka. I just want to share a few words concerning the death of Bishop Moses Hamungole, the Catholic Bishop of Monze, Catholic Diocese of Monze. He was my classmate, and so I will share my own experiences of him, having grown together in Kafue and having worked together also in the Archdiocese of Lusaka. First and foremost, condolences to the Diocese of Monze, to the priests, to the religious and the laity. Condolences also to the mother and his siblings. This is a big loss. As we know, the death of a bishop is a big loss to the local church, a big loss to the flock in the diocese, and also as regards Bishop Moses, it's a big loss also to the conference, not only to the Catholic Diocese of Monze, but also to the Zambia Conference of Catholic Bishops, ZCCB, where I happen to work from. I'm the National Education Secretary. I grew up and worked in Lusaka, Archdiocese of Lusaka, and both of us, Moses and I, are from Kafue, Holy Saviour Parish. I come from an outstation, and he was coming from the parish, the main parish at Holy Saviour. And we went to the seminary many years ago in 1987, October. We were the first class that went to Emmaus. We called that a spiritual year. We started a little late because the system had delayed, because we had to wait for the construction of the structures at the seminary at Emmaus. So we were, from the Archdiocese of Lusaka, we were 5 of us. There was another Moses called Moses Banda. There was Moses now who became bishop. There was James Mwale. There was Davis Nsama and myself. So it was a beautiful group from the Archdiocese of Lusaka at that time. And the two of us, Moses and I, finished, and we were ordained on the same day at Holy Saviour Parish by the late Archbishop Adrian Mungandu. It was a joyful day, a joyful moment, without knowing what would happen and what has happened now. And so it was that joyous moment, and the two of us were sent to work in different apostolates in the Archdiocese of Lusaka. Bishop Moses, Father Moses then, was sent to work in a parish briefly. I stayed in the parish a little longer, but it was briefly because after that he was brought to this place where I'm speaking from. That time it was Yasani Radio, and also for broadcasting. So he worked here for some years, and later on he was asked to go for studies. I also left the parish after some time, having worked for a year in the seminary at Emmaus. I went also for studies. So we met again in Rome, and so we had a nice time because we stayed together in the college called the Collegio San Paolo. We worked there and we studied together. He was doing communications, I was doing spiritual theology, and when we completed, he completed earlier because he went earlier than me. He came back and he was sent to work again in communications department here. And when I came back, I went into the parish, and later on also went back for studies. And we actually, from here, he went to Kenya, and later on also went for studies. So we ended up together again in Rome, studying for the doctorate. And when he was about to finish, he was appointed to work at Vatican Radio, and I came here to work in the seminary. And so we most met in different places. doing the same beautiful things of God. My experience of the late bishop, who was made bishop in May 2014, my experience of him, he was a hard worker, one who wanted things to move on, one who wanted things to develop, as we have already heard and we have seen some of the things that he started in the diocese. Of course, it's not very easy when you're starting, but he never gave up. He persevered because he knew what was to be done. He knew the importance of development. It's not just about praying, not just about getting the people to do certain things, but you must initiate. And he was a very good initiator in terms of construction, development, and ensuring that the diocese moves forward. And that's not what he did alone. That was not the only thing that he did. He also came and worked as the director for communications, the chairperson for the Commission for the Communications, but also the chairperson for the local ASAC, national ASAC. And he took care of all the local priests in the country, taking over from the late Bishop Justin Mlenga. And so he had that interest in the diocese, the interest in the welfare of the conference, but also interest in the welfare of the local priests. And so he managed to coordinate. And from time to time, as ZCCB would call upon him to help us, we did a few handovers, especially this time of COVID, handovers of things that we received from cooperating partners to the poor. And he came several times to officiate. And he made beautiful speeches, trying to encourage many other well-wishers to come on board and help many people who are affected and affected by the virus. So we see already in him a lot of commitment to the needs of the poor, a lot of commitment to the needs of the church in general. And knowing him and understanding his way of life, it is a big loss to the diocese, a big loss to the conference, and indeed a big loss to the clergy, the local clergy in Zambia. In a very special way, I wish to send my heartfelt condolences again to the mother. As we know, the father passed on some years back, and so the mother is still there, quite old, but able to understand what is going on. And she will be there, I know, for the funeral. And unfortunately, the late bishop, we can say, he wanted to go quietly. No pomp, no big masses, but we wish to pray for him in a very special way. We have lost a bishop, we have lost a friend, and we have lost a great man. The president indicated in his writing that he was a nice man, but not just a nice man, but a great man interested in the development not only of the church, but of the country as well. So we in mourning, but at the same time we are in prayer for his soul. At the same time, we wish to celebrate his life, because it was a well-lived life. So we thank God for the gift of this very special gift that he gave us in the person of late Bishop Moses Hamungole. May his soul rest in peace. Thank you.